Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend, that's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Sliding out of the pocket, and incomplete to open things up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. Gets around him, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw.
Marquise Brown, 51 yards. And the Beats are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. They'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on the punt. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Falcons ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Robbie Anderson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up second down. Back to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Again, he'll drop the throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
35 yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's got room.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, there's the option going left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it complete to Anderson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
This pass is caught by London.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throws right back to London, complete again.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's got it.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 67 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw here. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown.
I found the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
What's good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14 to zip. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go option to the short side. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. Now back to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts? No, not at all.
Got his man. It's London. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Trying to improvise. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Into the hands of London. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The offense on 3rd down tonight. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Caught by London. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again, and his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Falcons. James Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd down, here's an option right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to keep this again. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 96 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.